Welcome back to the Perek Project. I'm Gila Ross, host of the Power Up podcast. And in the Perek Project, we spend just a few minutes each week looking at the relatable wisdom we can learn from Pirkei Avot, from Ethics of Our Fathers, that applies to our modern day lives. We're coming towards the end of Pirkei Avot. And in this episode, we're going to look at certain qualities that can really enhance a person's life. But first, we look at life itself and we hear an incredible idea that the practice of Torah is so great that it gives life to those who practice it. We're going to look at what that means in a moment. But first, let's notice that it uses the word practice. Because it's not enough to just study Torah. The purpose of it, it's not just an intellectual pursuit. The purpose of it is to put it into practice, to make us into better people. And when a person does that, when they study Torah, they apply it, it gives us the key to take every part of our life and make it better. And the result of that is that it connects us to life in this world and in the next. Just imagine if you have a tree, it's got to be connected to its roots in order to be alive. So too, we need to, in order for us to really live, to have a meaningful life in this world and to connect to eternity in the next world, we have to connect to the living God. And we do that through the study and through the practice of Torah and spirituality. Just like our body needs food, our soul needs Torah to live. Just imagine there's a person stuck at sea and there's a raging storm, and the only thing that's saving that person from death is that they're clutching hold of a branch of a tree. In this world too, we're in the midst of a raging storm. There's desire, there's ambition, there's challenges in life, there's pride, there's passion. All of them can threaten to overwhelm and drown us. But Torah is that branch that we can clutch onto. It gives us the objectivity. It gives us the strength to make the right choices, and it helps us weather the storm of life. And King Solomon promises us that if we involve ourselves in Torah, it prolongs our life here on earth so that we can use that time to do mitzvot and to do good. And it gives us the greatest blessing on earth, and that is the blessing of peace. There's an incredible book of Rebbetzin Machlis, who was a holy woman, a Rebbetzin, and what we see from that story, it was incredible, the life she lived, but because she was connected to spirituality, to Torah, she never let life get her down. She always had that calmness and that serenity. And that's what being connected to Torah study and putting it into practice gives us. With that foundation, there are certain qualities that are very desirable, but they only enhance a person if they're channeled correctly. They're like a bunch of zeros. On their own, they're meaningless, but if you put something in front of them, that's when they become meaningful. So what are they? The first one is beauty. It can be a terrible trap. We have the famous story of Joseph of the tribes. He almost fell victim to his own beauty in the story with Potiphar's wife when she almost seduced him. But because he was able to overcome his temptation and make the right choice, that was the moment when he became Joseph the Great. The second thing is strength. Physical strength can be great because a person can use it to do mitzvot, to study Torah. But strength that's used as power can be very dangerous. The third thing is wealth. We all know people that do incredible good with wealth. And the flip side, unfortunately, is also true. The fourth thing is honor. A person who is honorable can use their influence for the good. Unfortunately, honor can also cause arrogance or the abuse of power. The same is with wisdom. It could be a double-edged sword. A person can use it for the good or unfortunately for the negative. The next is old age. A person who reaches old age, it's an incredible blessing and they can use their experience to help others. But if a person doesn't use their years well, they're taking something that could have been great and wasting it. And the same is with children. A child or children can be the greatest source of merit for a person if we teach them well. But unfortunately, if a parent doesn't teach them well, then we turn what is the potential for good into bad. So what the Mishnah is here telling us is that these 7 desirable traits, we should use them all for the good. And it gives us the example of Rabbi Yehuda Hanassi, who at the end of his life, he picked up all 10 of his fingers and he said, I am able to say that not one of my fingers did I use to take advantage of the pleasures of this world. Now, obviously for us, it's a continuum, but it's a powerful reminder that we all have qualities that are desirable, but we need to take those zeros and put something behind it to make it meaningful. We have to channel it for the good, and that's how we use them, those qualities, to enhance our life and the lives of other people in this world. Thank you for spending your time and listening to the Power Up podcast. I'd love to hear your thoughts and your feedback. And if this resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe to hear future episodes. Thank you again and have a great day.